My parents raised me right.
I had tough lessons.
Tough lessons.
Damn it.
You know, yeah, they didn't spank me and all this stuff. But I lost a toe, and you know what? Really, it was my fault.
It was Welcome to another episode of Don Draper's Den, an after-hours conversation where two fools in the marketing game talk about trash and culture and conversations you really shouldn't have in a boardroom anyway. I'm Chris. This is Ernie. Guys, we really hope you like this. We hope we're entertained. Please share and like and subscribe and comment and all that fun stuff. We want to blow this up as much as we can. As always, we appreciate the support. Without further ado, pour yourself a glass and let's get into this.
All right. Cheers.
Here's to you.
I'm drinking coffee today. It's been a long day. I need some caffeine. I was falling asleep in the meeting. I had to...
Bro.
Dude, why are you throwing a marker at me?
Because I'm trying to
let me fucking sleep.
Discreet about it. Like, hey, jerk off, let's pay attention.
Let me sleep. I was off camera.
Tens of thousands of dollars of value per year. It's no big deal. Take a little nap.
Yeah, listen, you should be honored because I trust you that much.
Get the fuck out of here on that topic. By the way, I'm an expert in everything for any potential prospect. But also on that topic, I'm like, huh? Yeah, I got it. What's that mean? I'm like Googling, looking things up. Yeah, sure. I've heard of that. And that too.
I'm like, Chris has this.
Yeah. I need like a little fishing pole.
And then he throws a fucking marker at me.
I did it for your face. I was like, a little... Aim for the gut there.
I was in the middle of a good dream.
10 points.
I was in the middle of a good dream.
Bro. Anyways, I should have got a picture. We get like a little fishing pole with like ice cream bar on it or something like that, a little Klondike bar, and just like, you ever see those videos with the dogs? Sleeping dog, and they put like a little piece of bacon. Like, they just eat it.
Yeah, that's me. Well, it's okay. So for context here, I tell everyone, I don't care. Like, first of all, I don't sleep. I sleep like a few hours a night. Yeah. And I usually try to take naps. And so I even tell my staff, like, I don't care if I'm tired, I'm just going to fall asleep. I'm going to sleep right here. And I do. Yeah. Like, we're at a meeting.
Floor, couch, many times a day.
We're at a meeting and I'm like, okay, I know what he's talking about. Chris got this. I'm just falling asleep right here on the ground. I just like...
Bro, and you know what?
No shame. I got no shame. Dude. That's why my MC brothers call me Sleeper, dude.
Hence the name. No, I'm genuinely not bothered by it, right? Because it's just whatever, man. It's fun. But it was when you get a little, you get a little noisy, a little sawing some wood over here, right? So now all of a sudden,
I don't believe it. All lies. All fucking lies.
Word? Maybe we can ask our friend.
No, I know.
South of the border. So anyway, so there was a couple I couldn't ignore. I was like, this motherfucker. Wake your ass up, bro. You got shit to do.
See?
Like fucking guy's going through a presentation. It's not, you know what I mean? How ridiculous that is. Like, I'm already tired. That's why I got coffee. I'm already tired. And I'm like, oh man, I'm trying to stay awake.
By the way,
pay attention.
I'll tell you what, Joe Rogan, he pushes that neuro gum.
Yeah.
I was chewing that neuro gum. It didn't do nothing to me, dude.
On it.
Didn't do nothing for me. Right before I meet him, I'm like, I'm going to take Joe Rogan's advice and eat the neuro gum. I put one in my mouth.
No shit, dude. That hit me on the, what was that, Tuesday? Whenever it was, we tried that.
Yeah.
But I think I had an empty stomach or something.
So I might not be a good candidate for neurogum.
Double up.
Just
double up on it.
Eat like big league chew of neurogum.
I mean, not too much. I think it had It had some B12.
I should try it one time just to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, it's easy, bud. You just,
oh yeah, my heart.
We'll dodge you on the heart there. This is really working.
I got to make sure I take my heart meds first.
Did I ever tell you the story about, I think I did, the insurance guy that I ran into? He was like a group insurance guy down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So real quick. Wild scene, right? This guy comes down and he's like a chubby guy. He wasn't, it's just like a regular looking early 60s, late 50s chubby guy, right? And so we go to his office, and he's got a nice office there outside of Boca Raton, Florida. He's doing a group insurance thing. He's got like a little radio show, and he's got a reputation. You've seen his name on the billboard, and all this, right? So I've got this small health insurance company. I'm trying to do my thing, hustle my wares. And, through the grapevine, I hear this guy might want to try to split some business. All right, we'll meet him. So me and the partners would go over. And, hey, buddy, shaking hands. And it's a nice conference table. And it's a nice situation. Right? So we work it out. And there's kind of a lull in the meeting. And he says, all right, well, you guys want to go out and have a smoke or whatever? Okay, no problem. It's beautiful out, right? We get like a cup of coffee, a little coffee cigarette time, and we're on our way out, right? So we go down the elevator, and while we're in the elevator, we notice that, I don't know, it's just something about his demeanor kind of shifted, right? And it was noticeable enough where I look over and I look at my partner. I'm like, what's up with the old boy, But whatever. Anyway, so we step out of the elevator, and there's something about the way the elevator kind of hit the level and then hit and just a little,
It cushioned the
landing, right? And just something about that did something to this guy's balance. Right? So he needed to grab a rail real quick. And we're like, oh shit, right? But again, he looks a little like, if anybody's going to look dodgy on the heart, it's going to be that guy.
Yeah, that guy, yeah.
So anyway, so he grabs it and just kind of rights himself, and we're going to now walk, right? And mind you, he's got a cigarette in hand.
It's not lit.
It's not lit,
but he's ready.
Lighter in hand,
right.
and it's gold. I don't know that it had rubies or anything on it, but it may as well. He was that type of guy. You know what I mean? He had all the flat. So he's got his lighter.
Engraving, maybe.
All of it, right? Yeah. So as we're walking down the hallway, probably 80 foot, right, until the glass doors, one of the partners, he's like, hey, I can't remember the guy's name to this day, but he's like, hey, buddy, you okay? You look a little, you need to sit down? He's like, nah. And we didn't make it out, but he'd already started lighting a cigarette. It's kind of his building, It's like, I took some heart pills and stuff. I took a nitro pill or whatever, nitrous pill. I should be okay. The guy's fucking smoking a cigarette. By the time we got outside, it was a nice day in Florida. Yeah. Dude, there was beads of sweat dripping down his face. Wow. If he had had a minor heart attack that day, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Wow.
How, and I met tons of those guys in Florida. I don't even have a place I'm going with this. I'm just kind of like, whoa, bro. If you think you're redlining it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here we are. We might get an extra ice cream sandwich. Yeah. Ooh, we're living on the edge.
Yeah.
No, dude. No. This guy's popping heart pills, smoking cigarettes.
He's sweating.
Oh, yeah. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm
he's
fine.
Probably an alcoholic too.
Oh, he's living all the way to the edge.
He's living on the edge.
Been redlining it, right? Anyway.
Selling insurance.
Yeah, you know what I mean? High pressure job. Yeah. He's in charge of a bunch of animals. And all the guys there, you look outside, it was exactly what you think it would be. It was nothing but guys who'd been in the business, veterans, who really did have the money. Most of them had at least decent reputations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they really had the money. They had proper cars and real wealth, right?
Yeah.
And then, especially in Florida, right? Especially, everybody's in the hustle.
Yeah.
So then it's now the other side of that coin, which is the young men that are on the come up and the young women that are on the come up. They look fantastic. They look fantastic. Yeah. They're a mix of I don't know how what's the guy with the muscles on the stomach? He was the big thing back in the day. The Situation.
Oh yeah.
Right on the Jersey Shore. Right. Yeah. Okay. So it's a handsome fellow like this, right? And they all had. I mean, this is 15, 20 years ago now, but they all had the tattoo. So it's the cool. The tribal goes down the arm, classy enough. It just a little sticks out of the hand a little. Yeah. Nice watch. But they're going back. They're probably living in a hut, right?
Yeah.
The lease on their Mercedes is $1,000 a month, which is outrageous back in the day. So, and they're all just animals. And they're all it reminds me of what's that movie? Always Be Closing, Coffees for Closers. Is that Glenn Ross? Right? Never saw that?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Quintessential salesman movie. Anyways, but yeah, super high pressure. All these animals, super aggressive, backstabby, and just shady.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blow down there, right? They're all going to the club with their bottle full of bub. And they're being led by this man with a half a foot in the fucking grave.
Yeah. He's on the descent.
Yeah. Just riding it into the rocks, man.
Yeah.
Riding in the rocks. So anyways, I have no point in that story. Just a weird part of the resume.
Wait, are you trying to equate that guy with me? Is that what you're trying?
No. In fact, you pale in comparison. You pale in comparison.
I'm kind of chubby.
Not even close. Not even close. No, man. No, I'll be there for you.
Vaping. I see a lot of similarities actually, except for the alcoholic.
There's a couple things.
Except for the alcoholic. I'm not a huge alcoholic.
No, he was wearing the abuse, man. I'll tell you that. There's plenty of other details where you kind of look at him and like, he had. Anyways. So, shout out to whatever your name is, bro. I highly doubt you're still with us, but God bless you. So, so it's cold as hell out. We're drinking coffee. The snow's never going to go away.
No, dude.
Ever. It's never going to melt. They're on the forecast. There's not a single day above freezing.
Till when?
At least a week. And there hasn't been one for a week. Since it snowed, there hasn't been
Which means what?
Above freezing.
The snow's not going to melt.
It's not.
Which means what? If the snow's not going to melt?
I see where it's going to go. Which means...
You know where this is going to go because I've been talking about it all day.
It means that the kids...
It means the kids...
Can't go to school.
Because your kids have gone to school.
They've gone to school.
Because that school district seems to be smart enough.
They have sidewalks. That's the only thing. I was at, I don't want to throw them all under the bus, but let's just say I heard some stuff and I kind of saw it with my own eyes and I don't know.
Yeah,
is that the country? Is that the way it goes? I mean, because it's like, what do you do in Minnesota?
Yeah, right. So here, give me guys context. I'm pissed off because my daughter is off of school for the past whole week because of snow. Okay, that's not going to melt for another week. And because of the snow, they don't tell us that they're just going to be gone off the whole week. They got to call us every day around
Which
in the
would be
evening.
Reasonable, right? Because now I got to take off of work. Or I got to do this.
Just let us know. I can't imagine how many people have maybe lost their jobs because I got to stay home with a kid. But I don't know because you don't call me or text me until the evening hours. Just say they're gone.
Probably not.
Yeah. And then I come to find out that Chris went to a meeting within our school district and heard why they don't start school. It's because there's some kids who don't have a sidewalk plowed, shoveled. And so they don't want the kids standing in the street when the buses come, which mind you, the streets are cleared. They're nice.
The streets are cleared.
The streets are cleared. It's just it's negative degree weather, and there's snow on the sidewalk,
negative, 10.
Right, there's just snow on the wherever they typically would stand.
Yeah,
and I say bullshit, dude. We're not raising a bunch of pansies here.
Will not stand, man.
Give them snow boots.
Right.
I don't care. Put on snow pants and
Give them. Wait. You don't mean that the city?
No. I'm saying
parents.
Yeah. Get them standing out there at the bus stop. That's what we had to do as a kid.
There it is.
That's it. It's exactly it, dude. It's exactly it. I remember fucking standing in the snow.
Jesus.
Standing in the snow, saying with all the other kids, saying if this bus doesn't come and if there's more than 15 minutes late, we're going back home.
That's it.
14 minutes, the bus is coming. And we're like, they're all the time. And then we have to stomp through the snow in our moon boot snow boots and get on that fucking bus. And then now, they got to step in the snow. Where are they going to stand? Bullshit, dude. That's all I'm going to say.
Back in your day.
Back in my day. Gen X days. When life was good.
Old school shit. It was good, but I mean, it hurt too. There was a lot of,
But look what it produced.
Wow, not the cell. Here we are. We just talked about I fell asleep in the middle of a meeting. And look what it made.
Look what it made.
Okay. Bro.
ice cream stains on your shirt.
Meantime, we got to wait every night to find out whether or not there's school the next day.
Right.
No.
Well, here's the other side.
Not to mention, most of the parents have their kids wait in the car anymore these days, which is so lame.
I do see a lot of that.
We're so lame. I've told Hannah, I'm like, I'm not that parent. Right. She's walking out by herself. I'm not. Right. I don't see how times have changed. Right. Where now I got to go and wake up early and start my car up and wait for the bus stop with her. I'm a grown man.
Right.
I pay my taxes. Why do I got to stay in front of the bus stop?
That's right.
I'm done. I paid my dues.
Middle-age episode.
I did my time.
I did my time.
Why do I gotta do that? Because
God damn it.
Because it's too cold. No, fucking wait. Freezing cold weather. If you don't wear a jacket or thick enough jacket, it's not my fault.
It's not your fault.
You freeze to death. It's your fault, dude.
Yeah. Dead kids. What are you gonna do?
Dead kids.
Should have wore a jacket.
Should have worked. Yeah, stupid.
Johnny's just frozen on the sidewalk or lack thereof.
Yeah. No, yep. To me, that's lawn art right there.
That's why? That is heavy, man.
Lawn art.
Well.
Anyways, okay, I'm done. This is only the 5th time I brought it up today. I've talked to everybody about my frustration.
Did Sam hear about this?
Sam. Yeah. You.
Right.
Clients.
Did you go in on the client?
Yeah, everybody.
And let me tell you another. God damn it!
You're like sprout. Like age is just becoming. It's like the hair is growing out of your ears. A blanket all of a sudden wraps around.
I've aged like 10 years in one day just with all my frustration.
Dude, what with the new haircut, dude? I like. I like what we're doing, man.
It was because I was like my hair kept going. I had to get a haircut. Yeah. It was getting out of control.
Yeah. Yeah, I support that, man. Are we gonna go for length?
I'm going to try to grow my hair like really long at the top so I can pull it back or do whatever I want to do at the top. Right. But I'm going to keep my sides short. So
what's that that one metal band I'm thinking of? The Who.
The Who, right? Is that what they did?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right, they're like a Mongolian death metal band.
Yeah,
right? You can fucking like grow the shit out because they got that going.
Yeah. That way, if I want to braid it, you want to braid it, you want to ponytail, man bun, whatever, I could do whatever I want.
Put like a bone or some shit in there.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're thinking.
All right.
Like all Flintstone.
I mean, I wasn't going for that. I thought badass biker vibes, but you're like, well, I'm going to go with the Flintstones.
Hey, I told you I'm Gen Xer. That's my references.
Yeah, but there's other cool biker shit in the Gen X world, isn't there? Like, I've brought it up before, but Stone Cold.
Yeah.
You're
sure.
Summon your inner Bosworth.
My inner Bosworth.
Great. You know what? This is a random topic, but I just saw Brian Bosworth. I don't know if he's putting a movie out or rather a book or something, but he was pushing something because I saw it and he had like full gray hair, so it was very recent. But man, what a marketer, dude. Like what a marketer. Like really.
Yeah.
I know the Boz because I love that dumb movie, Stone Cold. I love that movie. It's my favorite. But
have you watched him play football?
That's what I'm saying. Like I was like, holy shit, that dude could really move.
I don't know. A funny thing is, I don't know. Whenever you bring up like athletes, I get this sense of pride for you. I'm like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Like you actually know some sport references.
I mean, it's out there in the ether.
Because I'm the sports guy.
Right.
You're the music guy. So whenever you say like, I'm really proud of you. Actually,
I don't know.
You know the
world,
bias,
bro.
You know the bias.
I know. But so I learned that he was kicking ass. And he's the one to watch, but he wore himself out, and I think it was the bad shoulders that really put him out of it. And so he had a short window, which I didn't realize. And then it was if Bo can't do it, Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, yep,
was in his
prime too.
Beat that.
No, that dude was something to watch.
Superhuman,
superhuman.
Right? So anyway, so it's just kind of like, well, damn, in another time, in another era, he might have gone a little further, but it was what it was. But anyways, my point was in bringing him up though was the marketing, bro. Like it doesn't sound wild now because it's just what you do. But he's like the haters that because he would shit on one particular
the Boz
team. The Boz would really shit on this particular team, whatever they were, I forget.
Was Bo Jackson on it? It was probably the Raiders.
Sure.
Okay.
Right. So let's just say, right? So he had some kind of, it was like a shirt. with like say the sports team and like the no symbol, the Ghostbusters no symbol, right? Something to that effect, right? But he did it in such a way that he's the one who owned the company, the t-shirt company, that made the shirts.
People bought it. Yeah.
And he was selling them wherever, was appropriate and all that kind of thing. So that was just one little nugget of like, whatever the Boz company, and then it turns out it was like a couple of companies that like, oh shit, dude, he made the affirmative side, the pro, and he made the con side too. Yeah.
And he made money.
Either way. Either way. And then, and then he freely admits like he kind of mishandled his celebrity and he kind of pissed it away a little bit. Which there's another separate.
There was a little documentary. Are you referencing like a documentary he was on?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
that was really fascinating.
Two separate things. One I saw very recently. Like I said, he was older man. He's already got gray, totally gray. But yes, there was another one a good 10 to 15 years ago. 10 years ago, where he's walking with his son.
Yes.
And then he's kind of tearfully saying like, son, don't be that man.
Yeah.
That was me fucking up.
That's right. And he talked about that moment, almost like that Clash of the Titan moment where Bo Jackson, because they always pin like the Boz against Bo. Yeah. And there's that critical moment where I think the Seahawks and the Raiders are playing.
They couldn't make the tackle.
Right on the 1 yard line. And it was opposed to the Clash of the Titans. They both hit boom. Yeah. And Bo just like ran him over. And it was like, that was humiliating for him.
Yeah. And that was really just a sign of, things to come.
Yep.
You just can't sustain that. But there's like good lessons to take away for those in the sports game. Like, hey, strike while the iron's hot. Be smart. Don't just rely on the body because bodies fail.
Yeah. You have a shelf life in sports.
Yeah.
You got to make the best of it in that short little window.
Yeah.
Unless you're the GOAT like LeBron James and your window, he's still playing at age 40. Did you like how I mentioned that in a staff meeting?
Did you? Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you definitely did do that.
At staff meeting, we were on all video chat, and Lauren, one of our team members, she's near Chicago, and I just had to throw it in there. I'm like, oh, by the way, speaking of goats, Lauren, isn't that crazy how LeBron James is the GOAT over Michael Jordan? And she just went off.
Yeah.
What? No. And I'm like, okay, change the topic. Next.
Anyways, just mute her little window or something.
I like throwing it, especially people who are like Bear fans or Bull fans. I mean,
yeah. Honestly, though, I was watching another sports thing. I don't know why I got sports in my mind. I like watching old school. So like the Bulls when Jordan and Pippen and Rodman. But the Rodman highlights, that's what's wild.
Yeah.
Like seeing. I don't know. You always kind of lose perspective. I've seen one live professional like NBA game, right? And I was a good ways away, I don't know, man, 30 rows back, something. And no shit. These men are 6'10", 6'5" is small and bubble, you know what I mean? But like, it doesn't hit until you're live and in person and you're like, that dude is gigantic.
Yeah, they're gigantic.
Like, and it's not just that you're, Manute Bol looking like tall as all hell. It's like, no, bro. No. That's a super athlete.
Yeah.
These are top 1% of the 1% of the 1% who can move like cats. Yeah. Right. And so anyways, to kind of have that in my mind as I watch the Dennis Rodman like highlights where he's just like
all over the place, getting that ball, all elbows and knees and just
a total animal. And then how, his almost, his work ethic and all this kind of thing and kind of, putting 110% like he did, it's just like, bro, that's special. That's special. And then, the drama and the questions in the day, which I wouldn't have known anything about, to Jordan in particular, and I guess other teammates, but I saw a lot of Jordan, like, would you have him back and this, that, and the other? And it's like, fucking yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's interesting to note how that's like 90, I'm guessing 92 to 96, something like that, right? So it's interesting to see how the marketing and all around that is dealt with and handled. And it's just one or two channels. I mean, there's no internet like that. Yeah. and how Jordan's response as to, you know, Dennis Rodman was a wild dude.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing some wild stuff, even I would say relative to today, you know, some wild stuff he was into, and very public and all that kind of thing. But in spite of it all, he's like, I don't give a damn. Did you see that motherfucker rebound?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what he does.
I was just thinking, isn't it kind of cool, like in our lifetime, how many GOATs we've been able to see? You know, whether you're talking about Jordan or Rodman you're talking about, or whether you're thinking of LeBron James or Kobe Bryant, or
the Black Monster.
Okay, away from basketball, you know, we got to witness Tom Brady. You know, we got to witness even in soccer, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. Then you go to what was the other last night? I was watching that Netflix live special. Well, I guess it was recorded at that point, but the Netflix special with Alex, the free solo climber. Did you see that,
dude? He has got fucking balls that clank. There is no way.
Not only balls that clank, those balls are fucking like magnetic. Like they're like climbing with them, dude.
They got massive grip strength,
right,
bro? Dude. I can't.
And like it was crazy because there's times in the building where he's climbing this free solo. What's his last name? Alex
Honnold.
Okay, so he was climbing that building, right? And there's. Dude, just reach off to the side. It's almost like a ladder, right? Like, but no, he's going to climb over the ornament.
This part. Yeah, this part.
Like
right
you're purposely making it hard. It's already hard. But you're going to climb around the ornament. And then when he gets to the top, there's actual a ladder.
Yeah.
Just climb the fucking ladder. Climb the ladder. No, he climbs the hard part, gets on the round thing at the top. Dude.
And then the let go with the...
Yeah, he's just standing there like this. Like, are you?
But when he got up, he'd get that massive. Like, by the way, right? If you see the interviews with him, I just watched. It was an unknown to me interview, but evidently, like, it was very famous interview podcast that he was on. Just by the quality, you know. And so my point in saying that is that he adjusted the mic. He brought the mic arm in. Bro, his fucking hands.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Yeah. You know what I mean? You realize, like, dude, you were built for that.
He was built for it. I've been following him since he started. Because I used to be being a bouldering. Right. So I used to climb, not like that. Like I just climb boulders. And so we always heard of this guy, Alex, you know, and I remember I'm older than him. So I've kind of followed him. And to see that.
Just turned 40, I think.
Yeah, to see him do that. Like, oh man, he's climbed so many rock faces, and then he's climbing a tall skyscraper. But the balls to be able to stand right at the tip of the skyscraper and just kind of arms out and be like,
"Here we are."
Are you nuts? I would be like, "Whoa, shit!"
What about a stiff breeze?
You're right.
It's all over.
And then like Mark Roper, just so I don't know if you watch it, but Mark Roper, he's the engineer dude. He does the influencer. He does all these gadgets and stuff. Okay. Anyways, he was one of the color commentators, and he said something that was interesting because he interviewed his wife, Alex's wife, while he's climbing. He's like, "You must be the second most brave person in the world because you have to sit here and watch your husband climb this thing."
She's watching.
Yeah. And she's all like, "Oh, yeah." You know, she's all happy and smiley. I'm like,
she's got to be the calm center of the universe.
Right?
Even more so than he is. He is like weirdly calm and very matter of fact.
But like, this is my life anyways, right? Yeah. Now you got to watch the person you love climb this ginormous skyscraper. Dude, so like, I'm just fascinated. Like, we got to witness all these goats, right? Yeah. Alex doing that. What about Michael Phelps swimming?
Incredible.
You know,
literally built for it, right? The legs of a 5'2" man, the torso of a 7'2" man, something to this effect. I'm messing the numbers up, but staggering. Built for and then fighting, right? Massive. So we've been able to see more obscure for the fight fans like Sanchai and these other Thai boxers and boxers, right? Yeah. Floyd and everybody else.
So Pacquiao
and Pacquiao, of course, God forbid. God forbid.
But it's true. We got to witness Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
We got to witness Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
I mean,
John Jones.
other generations had like,
oh my God,
Muhammad Ali and stuff too.
Right.
But man, we've got to witness some pretty spectacular things.
Yeah.
You know, what's some others? I'm trying to think.
I mean, and you know what's interesting, and just as like a little nod to the UFC in particular, right? And it started with Pride. It started with a number of other organizations too. It's not just them, but it's just that like to watch the evolution of, right? I was just watching maybe last week, I was watching Don Fry, legend, just a legend, right? And he's hurt now. He's older now. But legend of the UFC. But he was in it when it was like single digits, the UFCs, you know, so in the 90s. And how great he was, but the greatness factor applied to maybe not the styles or his discipline, because, you know, there's some wild stories about that man, you know, just chewing up a Vicodin before sparring. Like, he's a wild boy. But it's like the heart, the fact that you could walk into his world and he'll fight fucking anybody back then, you know? And it's like that tough guy stuff is a world gone by. Yeah. You know, people will sue you. You know, now it's like, you can't do this shit. Like, you can't live like that anymore. So anyways, to see greatness on that level. And then as the sport evolved, it's like, bro, George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva, John Jones, and the list goes on. Max Holloway, like, oh my God. Right. And it's not even, we all love us some Conor McGregor and all that's fine. Right. And he did some wild stuff. Right. But the other guys in the sport, girls in the sport too, where you're just like, bro, I cannot believe they look like they're in a fucking video game or something, right? Demetrius Johnson, of course, Mighty Mouse.
You know, out of sports though, in the music, from like Dre and Eminem and all those greats. We even got to see a glimpse of Ozzy before he passed, rest in peace, to fucking Taylor Swift, who's hit 1 billion, you know, as a female artist.
Redefines pop,
you know, redefines all that shit.
So massive. Politically got to, influential at this point.
We got to like witness some really cool stuff in cross, you know, entertainment genres. Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, it is pretty wild.
It's such a privilege. Like, man. Like, I got to see Myles Garrett, one of the best defensive ends, break the tackle, sack record. Like, and by the way, of course, he's with the Browns, and like I was at B-Dubs over there in Wilmington, and of course, they're majority Bengals fans, and so when he hit that last tackle, I was like, yeah. And then they're all looking like, what? And I'm like, I don't care, dude. This is history in the making, man. I was by myself, like going around the B-Dubs, and I was like, what is up with this guy? And like, that was just the most incredible thing. Right. You know, Myles Garrett, Hall of Fame. Yeah. In the Hall of Fame now. But we got to witness some really, really historic things.
And I think, you know,
even tech stuff, you know, from
oh my God,
the rockets that are going up now to, I mean, it's like, it's nonstop. We're seeing great, amazing things. And I'm sure I don't know. I mean, sure, every generation maybe could say that, but like, I don't know. There's something about the rock climber who could climb a skyscraper than maybe the guy who climbed a boulder for the first time back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, relatively speaking, it's all kind of
or impressive. Like Bill Russell, or you know, winning all the championships, but he was like the only black guy against a bunch of white dudes.
Right. Yeah, like breaking ground. Here's something, because sometimes sports is interesting to me in moments, right? Maybe I don't follow the games, but I do enjoy the moments because they can be inspirational. Yeah. They can be all those things that sports are, right? And so my buddy Frank, shout out FG, Frank Costello, once broke down to me because he's like just a diehard Yankees fan, right? Growing up. And there's another one. In fact, now that I mention it, I wasn't even thinking about it. But me and him were in a band together from like, you know, 2000-ish on for a couple of years. And so like, you know, me and my buddy Mike, who's the bass player, and even the drummer, we're just kind of like, I don't know. What are you doing? We'll get some beers. We'll go watch the Super Bowl. We'll go watch the World Series. You know, we ain't doing shit. Yeah. But they were massive Yankees fan. And like, the Yankees during that era, right? I don't even really remember the names of the players, to be honest with you, but like records broken after records broken and the game-winning streak and the dynasty that, again, we witnessed, right? And especially in Jersey, in the tri-state, to see it all. You know what I mean? Like, damn. I didn't know that I was lucky, but like, oh shit, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I was going to say that comparatively, he once broke down Babe Ruth, right? And of course, he knew every stat, right? But he's like, bro, here's the numbers. He hit this home run and all this kind of thing, right? And by the way, he played every position kind of thing.
The great Bambino.
Yep. And he's cigars and the broads and the whiskey and the whole racket, right? So eating bacon, you know.
Yeah. See, that though, I will say, like, that's not impressive to me. Like,
it's very rock and roll.
The dude's not really athletic.
Right. Like,
he's smoking. He's like,
just knocking the dog shit out of it.
Can he do, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, the talent's all relative.
But here's where the stats are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
He said, bro, these days, and it was a long time ago, I don't know anything about it now, but he said these days, baseball players will play God knows how many games.
Yeah.
Right. But in Babe Ruth's day,
games or something like that.
They played so many less.
Yeah.
Right. A significant chunk less. So he's like, bro, some of those stats stood for decades. Yeah. Some of them still stood when he told me this. And he's like, he had this many less at-bats to do that.
Yeah.
And he still can't fucking break it. Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shit like that where you're just like, damn, man. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then other records are continually broken.
Yeah.
So that's wild.
It's just wild the time we live in.
Yeah.
And all that we got to see.
Yeah.
I don't know if our kids will. It'd be interesting to see if they have anybody who could be as good as
I don't doubt it. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Right.
But at some point. Right. Like, just who are you going to find that's better than Alex, the free soloer? Like, when they climb a building double the size? Like, come on, that's pretty.
Yeah. But you know what? There's an interesting. You can hear the fight comparisons all the time. Could X heavyweight boxer beat Y heavyweight boxer from different eras? Right. And if you could just kind of, let's say, just put them magically in their prime against each other. Yeah. It's like, but you're not really doing apples to apples, right? Right? Rocky Marciano and all these other guys. First of all, people were just smaller. You realize, like, yesterday's heavyweight, you're like, oh, you're not that big at all, you know? And just for nutrition, like, we're bigger now, right? But anyways, if you could even them up, it's like, if you gave the Rocky Marcianos and even the Sugar Ray Leonards, right? Sugar Ray Leonard
was so much fun to watch.
Amazing.
He was amazing.
And it's not like it was that long ago. I mean, it's like, 40 years ago?
Sugar Ray Leonard. Right? What was the Mexican guy around that same time?
Duran?
No. Was he Mexican or Cuban?
Cesar Chavez?
No.
I'm trying to think of. It's hard, dude.
I can't remember.
I got like Tyson.
I just remember at one point he fought against Pacquiao.
Yeah.
And but he was much older. Yeah. So he had to they had to throw in the towel. Pacquiao was just way too fast for him.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. It will hit me during this episode.
Yeah, we did it last week too. But I guess the comparisons always break down because it's like, bro, but those guys, especially if you go back that many years, right, to the Rocky Marcianos, but it's like, but they didn't have the tech, like the whoop, the straps, right, and the chest and the arm and the whole bit. Like, bro, if you could track all that shit in 1958, 1988, if you'd look like that scene in Rocky IV where the Russian's running and he's got all that horse shit all over him and they're just shooting up with like horse, drugs and shit. Like, that's what it took. Yeah. It's like, you don't need to do any of that. I could go down the street and for like $1,000, I'll get all the creatine and the whoop strap and the tracking and all.
But how much, it'd be interesting to see how much more the human body can evolve in strength and quickness,
right? Right.
Like
and the sons
like
and
now
of athletes.
when they do like the combine for football, 440 the 40-yard dash.
Right.
Yeah, wow, he hit 40-yard dash in 4 seconds. That's amazing. Right. So you mean to tell me that somehow 20 years from now they're going to figure out how like 40-yard dash in 4 seconds is slow because they've come up with technology where these guys are just faster? I don't know that. Or have we reached the human limit?
Yeah, I don't really think so.
Or all of a sudden now they're throwing fastballs at 200 miles per hour.
Right.
200 miles per hour.
I mean, I don't
because of technology. I think there's a limit. Like I wonder if the human body has reached its max limit.
Out. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think of it a couple ways. Like I'm looking at it like you could say, it's funny as it makes me think of sales, different topic. But if you think of it like you got say a speed thing in the combine, right? And then it's like, okay, so somebody ran this far in this short amount of time. Great. That's a standard for the NFL. But then you find out a little bit more detail and you realize this individual that did this was this big physically, tall and heavy, and this age.
Yeah.
Right. So what I would bet is that you've seen in fighting for sure, right? Where bodies can hold up and a guy is say pushing 40 as a fighter. And then it happens in football, the rarest of occasions where somebody has real longevity. I guess it depends on positions too, but real longevity. And you just see like, bro, that motherfucker can see what no one else can see. Yeah. Because like the IQ of the game, the IQ of football and fighting, to where you see guys that can just hang on a little bit more. If your window to fight or play or whatever is an average of say 3 to 5 years, 7 years maybe. Yeah. And you happen to be one of those guys that made it 12 and you're still competing. Yeah. It's like, even if you miss a beat physically, if you can, like where I think the advances are going to be made in humans overall is that you're going to see like, I guess maybe you could say it's durability. And I'm just bro science right now.
Maybe durability. But
yeah, like we can last a little longer. But my point in saying that is then you're going to see things where the person's IQ is like, I've been doing this for a long time. Yeah, and because of this, I can throw so many passes. I can see, punches coming and all that. And they'll be around to break the records, right? Because naturally, if you got a window average of 5 years. Well, see, but that's not always true. Yeah.
I mean, like look at LeBron James' case. Like they always say, longevity. That's why he's broken all these records. Right. No, all these records that he's broken it faster than all the other people who had it before him. Right. But they think that it's because he's now 40 years old or what. Like, no. Right. Now he's just extending his record, but he broke them when way before it took him less time to break those records than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, than all these other, you know. That's why these guys, and then he's still doing it at 40, and now he's wise and he knows the game.
When is he gonna let go of the hair though?
He already did.
He did? I don't pay attention.
I just saw a clip the other day when he was playing LA versus Cleveland, and he had it all bald. He shaved the whole thing.
I don't think I want to see that, dude. You're rich enough. You're rich enough, right? Super athlete. Yeah. You got it all going. You know what I mean? Let's grow it out, bro.
Yeah, but probably afterwards, then like once he's done with the, being on the road,
I think cool.
I was thinking other greats. We got to watch who's the snowboarder in the Olympics? The redheaded dude, Sean.
Kelly?
Yeah. No,
that's a surfer.
We got to see
Sean White.
Yeah, Sean White. Yeah. I'm like, wow, amazing. Watching him in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's fun. The birth of the X Games and all that.
Tony,
sports.
Whatever, Tony Hawk in skateboarding. I mean, like,
dude, we saw greatness. Yes, that's 100% true. And then there's so many, Lance Mountain, and there's tons.
It just keeps going. Like, it's fascinating.
We saw the evolution of. I started in the UFC, and we might as well bring up skating. Like, no, skating is what 70s.
Skating is ice skating?
No. Skateboarding,
yeah.
Right. So like that was the 70s on those little tiny boards. Yeah.
And Tony Hawk is still skateboarding and inventing new things.
And it's like in his late 50s.
He's older than me.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or you think of like ice skating? Yeah. You know how like it was something if they were able to do like 4 revolutions? Yeah. I think I saw something And I could be wrong, but it was like 7 revolutions.
Right.
How?
Right.
Like,
How'd you do that?
Like,
That's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Just
I'll tell
the
you
human
what,
spirit, the human capacity, what you're able to do.
and tech. Because here's another
It's
thing.
fascinating.
Here's another thing. Back in the day, I'll tell you this for guitar players, right? Which, by the way, there's some greats, right? Plenty of greats.
Plenty of greats, yeah.
But these days, when I was, and I'll soon be 45. When I was young, if I wanted to see somebody do some wild shit, I gotta either A, go to the concert myself, and maybe I can see it.
Yeah.
Right. B, run up on somebody that's given lessons that couldn't do it, right? Which gets exceedingly more difficult, the more difficult shit you're trying to learn. And then there's magazines and maybe like a video tutorial, maybe, right? But it's only the cream of the crop who can afford to put out shit like that, right? So the access to like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Right. There's something to be said, by the way, when you try to learn guitar riffs and you screw them up a little and you almost make your own style. You know, there's a lot of like real bad dudes, like Jesus, like Eddie Van Halen himself, Jeff Beck. Yeah. You know, these guys are like, oh yeah, man. Like Jeff Beck said, it's like, I tried to learn this song by somebody I didn't even know. Yeah. And I thought it went like this, plays it. But it actually went like this, played it. Right. And it was subtle, but that was his style. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So anyway, so my point is that when young kids are out there and they're learning guitar, as an example, YouTube, it teaches you the shit out of guitar. Yeah, they teach you everything. Like every little detail that you need to know about playing that Megadeth song that took me a year and a half to learn because I had to record, or rather, rewind and play and rewind and play and rewind, play. And I still got it wrong. Yeah. And so based on that, it's like, you want to learn a kickflip, you want to learn Tony's signatures,
it's all there. You can find it. Yeah, you could just pay for those master classes and learn how to cook like this, superior chef. Or it's all there now. You know, that's why, like, if you can't get there, and you're blaming all these other things. It's all your fault, because it's all there for you to learn. It's just whether or not you have the discipline and the passion and the motivation to be able to do that. Yeah. I was thinking about some greats with marketing. I'd be curious to see who's going to be some of the greats in marketing, especially in this era. Yeah. Because back then you had the Reese, you had Seth Godin, you had Guy Kawasaki. I mean, these are just more famous marketers, but it's changed even since those guys came about. Guy Kawasaki made his whole claim to fame with Apple and his work with Apple back in the heydays, with his whole evangelist campaigns with email marketing to the core, followers of Mac of Apple at the day. Right. Well, now, with all this AI, I'm curious to see who's the next generation of marketers who are really going to step up and be known as greats in the industry. It's fascinating.
Yeah. And what's interesting too? You're saying that, I'm thinking of AI is we talked about that before. How difficult it was a labor to do a draft advertisement, say, that would go on the side of a bus. Let's just say, right? Yeah. But it's you gotta have a graphic designer that can do the thing, and there's a discussion to be had, and it's a lot of back and forth. And so now the AI might help you, or the graphic designer. It's but you don't have to have pen and markers and shit. Change the color. Okay, done. Right. So when I think about the greats of today in the marketing game, it's man, without having to be kind of tied down by the laboriousness of the task of creating and marketing, it's dude, it's all ideas.
Yeah, it should allow you, afford you the freedom to be able to just be all strategy and creativity, right? Because you have the technology to be able to assist you and everything else. Yeah, it'd be fascinating to see who kind of rises to the top in these days. Yeah, that's the
Donald Millers and all that. I wonder who's going to be what I am kind of waiting for, and I don't know, but one thing that always sticks out is, remember in Back to the Future where Jaws, I forget the joke. It's like Jaws 31 or whatever it is. But it's like Jaws comes out and, goes to bite down on Marty. Right?
Yeah.
Like those are the kinds of things where I'm like, bro, like if we get to mess with something that's kind of like that, by the time, I'm retired, we're all done out of this game, that'll be kind of cool.
That'd be
like
kind of
things
cool.
like that, where I'm genuinely like, we can do that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And I think I'd be shocked if I were to say walk the streets of like Tokyo maybe or Dubai or some place like that. You know what I mean? Where we even go to New York, when I went to Times Square, was October. You look around and I'm like, oh, these things are in a lot more high def than I remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was notable. Everything's very clear and crispy. I was like, oh, this is brighter than I remember. Okay. But yeah, if you go to like Tokyo, it's fucking Technicolor, man.
Oh yeah, it's
insane,
Technicolor. Yeah,
so I've heard, and so I've seen
it's beautiful. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. Right? I would look forward to that. But yeah, I wonder who's going to be great, and I wonder, or this other. Let me take it the other way, right? So I think of Ryan Reynolds. Right? He's not the only one to do it. But we really launched this podcast on his back to a degree. We got a lot of love for that podcast where we talk about him. But like his approach and those like him with like total guerrilla marketing.
And understanding public relations, understanding how to get reactions and from creative commercials and reels and bits that he does. Yeah, he's quite a genius when it comes to his stuff.
Yeah.
But it's going to be interesting though, because, you think of all these influencers marketing themselves. I mean, it's a tough landscape to see like, who actually will rise to the top, because man, there's self-made marketers now who are just are amazing at what they do and they know how to do it. It'd be crazy to see who starts to rise to the top in this era, know? But yeah, I'm still just fascinated. I don't even know how we came on this topic, but I'm fascinated that we got to witness all this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The greatness of, I would say Gen X to millennial. I just saw, what the hell was I watching, man? I just was watching something literally last night about, maybe it was Bert Chrysler.
Free Bert. He has a new show.
It was maybe, you know what? It probably was because he's been out there pushing this. He was just on Rogan. But anyways, it was talking about, which is the greatest generation. And he posed that question as a Gen Xer himself. And then that was being discussed.
What was his answer?
I think if I'm getting it right, the interview potentially with Rogan was, it turns out to be the greatest generation. So that's our grandparents-ish, right? And it was the way that it was portrayed to him, and I think he asked like a chatbot this, so whatever. But it said that the quantum leap from horse and buggy to rocket ship, it's like, yes, the technological, the software advancements that we've experienced is some wild shit.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear an argument as to which.
Well, when you look
crazier.
at the leap from buggy to rocket ship versus, okay, now there's a microchip that is even stronger and more faster and powerful. It's more incremental type growth over the years.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Frankly, I would probably say it's too much of an apples to oranges argument, because the kinds of differences, like the societal impact or whatever, the political impact and all that type of shit is way different, right? One's like this industrial revolution thing and this like abandoning of the old world. Boy, and then with so much hindsight too, you can play a lot into the art that was around that, expressionism, impressionism, and how it affects the psyche of the human being, and we're all not just a number, damn it, we're not just part of your conveyor belt system. And so, anyways, it's just interesting that like we're too in it now. Yeah, and I wonder when we have many decades to reflect, and we're old men, right? What will we see?
Yeah. Out of this younger generations. Yeah.
Right. Like, and I think it's going to be pretty dope, man. It's like, we saw some wild shit. Ozzy was awesome. It was a lot cooler having a phone in my pocket.
Yeah.
You know, I'd look up whatever I want.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't have to have.
I think it'll be pretty dope, but there's a part of me when you think about the greatest generations. Well, first of all, I think that I tend to personally agree with the assessment that the older generation is the greater generation, the baby boomers or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's all like, you can make a case for any of the generations, I'm sure. But, and I think that when we get old and gray and look back, that there's probably going to be some dope shit out of the younger generation, I'm sure. There's a part of me that just hopes that they completely crash and burn.
Right.
Like, look at that. Like, it was like, wow, ingenuity, innovation.
Right.
And then now as the Gen Zers grew up, like, they just fucking suck.
Yeah.
And I'll just be laughing.
Why? Because you didn't get on the bus when it was -8.
Exactly.
You didn't have any grit.
Yeah, you didn't have any grit. You fucking,
just babied yourselves. Yeah. And you know what's funny? You know what's the irony of that too? Is that we're the ones who babied them, right?
Not me.
That's
the thing. Not me. There's two of us here.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Not me. I'll tell you that right now.
Right.
No, I'm not fucking babying these kids.
One warrior in the crowd.
Yeah.
Right. Your little girl's going to stand up and be like, yeah, my dad didn't even.
No, it's like with Lily. It's the same thing. It's with our daughter. I'm like, listen, you're going to school. You know what time the bus arrives at 6:45. You wake up by yourself.
Uh-huh.
You take a shower and get yourself ready. You take the dogs out. You feed the dogs.
The sheep, the goats.
Yeah, the goats, the animals.
The gerbils.
You fucking be at the bus stop at 6:45, right. And you know what? Mom and Dad are going to still be sleeping.
Goddamn
There's no reason why we need to wake up at 6 a.m. for you to go to a bus stop. Because no one ever did that for me. My parents were all at work when I went.
She's going to be well-adjusted, very successful.
And I'm proud of her because she's only missed like the bus twice, maybe.
But when she's older, maybe she's going to be missing a toe, because she got frostbite.
That's just part of life. Now you should probably not wear. You should wear some warmer boots. Lesson
Lily,
learned.
you've grown up to be an impresario in the whatever world in this industry. What would you say is a result of your success? How did you get to this point? Well, she's pushing a book named I Have 9 Toes. It all started in a little town in Wilmington.
Yeah.
Why did you name the book this?
Well, let me tell you.
Story.
My parents raised me right.
I had tough lessons. Damn it.
They didn't spank me and all this stuff. But I lost a toe, and you know what? Really, it was my fault.
She's wearing a toe and a necklace.
It was really my fault.
I keep this as motivation.
I didn't want to listen to them, and I didn't dress warm in -11-degree weather.
Lost a toe.
I lost it.
Dog.
Completely blaming on myself.
This is my pet bird, Floyd.
Yeah.
So, oh man, that's funny. That's so stupid. Well, I think we covered it all. That was all this wealth of mine is all self-made. It's all self-made
because not even my parents. No. I didn't inherit shit, but they
they just burnt it all. There's a couple $100,000 left when they'd gone to Vegas.
All I got when they left this earth was the damn bird, Floyd.
Right.
That's all I got.
Stupid bird cursing at everybody.
Yeah. They left me with nothing.
You guys don't even spend it. You just run out of ways to spend it. And on your dying day, just set it on fire. Throw the whiskey bottle in it. Fuck it. Good luck, kid.
Good luck, kid.
See you later.
Enjoy this roller coaster of life on your own without our help. I know I'm a bit much. I know I'm different, but
whatever.
Yeah.
That's how you make winners, man.
That's how you make winners.
God. That's so silly. So,
oh man.
Well, that had nothing to do with the topic.
What was the topic, anyways?
We were going to get into Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Well, we got some time to talk about that.
Yeah. It's a sham. I have that.
Did we ever talk about Valentine's Day being the Super Bowl of love? Till next time. till next
Damn, a teaser?
Yeah.
I like this.
Till
I
next
like
time.
this.
All
That's
right,
the new
good,
challenge.
yes.
We're going to bring it to a teaser every time.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. I'm with that. All right. Well, then with that, we will get out of here from the iconic era of advertising to the digital age. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ernie.
Keep it legendary.